I just felt like I was kind of being pushed through my education.
I really didn't have a lot of choice in what I got to study.
School's not taking me anywhere right now, so I just dropped out.
I had dropped out for a long while.
I used to get suspended a lot.
I didn't have the support of my family.
I was basically a substitute's worst nightmare.
If there's one common fact that we all share, it's simply that school wasn't working for us. Something just wasn't working.
I think that there's kind of a stereotype about alternative ed. Part of it's because we work a lot with kids in poverty and kids of color, and there's an assumption about that demographic's desire for education or ability to even be educated, and the achievement gap, and that it's something about them, inherently about them, instead of about the education system. And that is frustrating.
I think that fallacy about people going to alternative schools are bad kids and stuff. Actually, there's some pretty good kids here, and it's because they want to learn that they're here, not because someone told them, because they didn't have to come back. They could have just stayed, dropped out, you know, worked a minimum wage job and been happy with that, or unhappy probably.
So many kids here are like really, really smart, and like they just didn't fit into a huge like overpopulated high school, you know? This is seriously like such a good place for kids who need help, like me. Like I needed more attention and I needed more structure, and I'm doing great now and my family is so proud of me.
When you get a group of kids who decide that education is going to be relevant, who make the choice to come to a place that's smaller, more intimate, more personal, more committed, where they can't really kind of fall through the cracks. They're openly choosing to not fall through the cracks. Then you get a really powerful experience for students.
We all have the power of choice, our own personal free will. And every person that walked into that admission room went there on their own free will. No one held a gun to their head and walked them up there. Like, we all went because we all felt like we were better than where we were going.
I think that Open Meadow, as an alternative school, has a responsibility to design programs that show the way for students who are the rounded diamond pegs and don't fit into the square hole. And we do that by doing innovative programs.
The intention is that we have a lot of one-on-one with our students, both in the classroom and then through our advocate groups. Each one of us teachers is also an advocate, so it's like a homeroom teacher, but you're also a case manager.
Our advocates are like our parents, kind of, you know? Like our teachers are like family, which is really cool.
She would always point that bigger picture to me about this. I'm doing this not for right now, not for a diploma, but for my future and for myself.
We talked about my life outside of school. We talked about life after high school. We've just done everything, you know? And my advocate, I just feel so close to him. It's gonna be sad when I have to leave.
One of our mottos or mantras is outlove them, outlast them. And I don't hear very many teachers or educators talking about love, because I think it's kind of hands-off. You can't say you love your students, but we do.
I used to be this loudmouthed, selfish, uncontrolled child, and now I am independent. I work hard, I'm motivated, and I'm ready to be the person that I truly want to be.
I do believe that Open Meadow is changing the lives of the students that we have right now, but what I know is that there's some seed that's being planted here that will greatly affect their children. Ending the cycle of poverty, where there's generational poverty, or ending the cycle of trauma and abuse will start with our kids.
Of course I'd get back to Open Meadow. They gave me a future, not only me back my future, but like the future that I'm gonna be able to provide with like my kids and stuff, because they gave me a reason to get up in the morning and go to school.
I try and tell students that we're lifelong learners, that we don't just get a certain place in our life and we stop learning, that every day is something new. And that's the thing that keeps us thriving in life, is that, you realize that you learn something new every day.
We're talking about giving students a real opportunity to learn. What is it going to take to get yourself even in the door?
Which way do I go? Internship or, $8 an hour job? And I'm just like, and I chose, City Nature Day Camp, and I've been working with Portland Parks for like 4 or 5 years now.
My plan is to graduate from here, then go on and get my bachelor's degree, probably in human physiology, then go on to medical school.
My overall biggest goal is to become a mechanical engineer.
After I graduate, I plan to go to Portland State University. I'm a major in law and legal science and minor in economics.
I'm a graduate in high school now, and first person in my family to be in college. And I feel I can do more than that. I feel like I'm just starting, actually. It's just a little taste of something.